This is the compost build video. Welcome to Growing Plot 21. This is the biggest transformation that I've done on the plot since the shed. This is a view of what it looks like now, and let me take you through what I did, and then we'll see what it looks like at the end. So this is where the new compost bay is going to go, but I need to clear it all back. That's where the old one was, but it needs restoring. So let me tackle this and see where we get up to. So I'm about a quarter of the way there in tackling this area. As you know, this is going to be the new compost bay. So obviously I've dragged all that down. I've started digging up all of this area. I've temporarily put the garlic over here. I've been filling it with the decent compost that's there at the moment, as you can see, and anything extra I get while I dig can go into the garlic for now. And then, but yeah, like I said, we're probably only a quarter of the way through it, so let me crack on and I'll give you updates as we go. So it's starting to come together a bit now. So this is what it's going to look like. One big long one pallet, and then another pallet here, one in the middle, which is that one over there, and then another one at that end. But I suppose the biggest question is, I've cleared this all of brambles, weeds. I still need to tackle this bit area as well. This is the old compost pile. I'm going to dig it up and put it into the new compost. But I suppose the question is, do I build the bay now, or do I tackle this area? I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to tackle this area up to probably that pallet there, dig it out, so then at least I've got more protection from brambles and stuff coming into the bay. And then obviously this bit is just to tackle it back, just to cut it back more than anything else. This is it's not used. I don't know exactly what it is. It's something to do with the compost toilet, which is there. I've never been able to get underneath it, so obviously we will look at it together and see if it's actually usable or not. But then the question is, if this is usable for composting, do we then wait and move it along to the edge? Yeah, I'll carry on. I'll dig out this, I'll start tackling this area here, and then we'll see where we get to. So next time I see you will be another update on the compost build. This weather needs to give me a break. It's raining again, but I've got to get it done. So I've got two wheelbarrows, one which is roots, brambles, and one which is decent compost, because it's the compost pile. So we're getting there. I need to go up to what this looks like, some sort of pallet, and then I can pull it up and see what's under it or what to do. Cool. Let's keep going. Can you believe it? It's done. Ooh, there's still a few little roots, niggly things that I need to pull out, but it's done. But the issue I've got now is I've gone up all the way to this, which is like a pallet thing, and I don't know what's under it. Well, I know what's under it. There's proper roots trying to come out, but I don't know. I tried lifting up at that end and it was too heavy for me, so I might have to get some help. So I think cut all this down cover this bit with some membrane and then just work on this bit. I'm sure they said that this corner was unusable because it's to do with the compost toilet, but I think obviously I just need to get it more manageable in regards to roots and stuff coming off, because obviously we're going to have a compost bay. The only thing I can do is obviously have a good 6 inches, 10 inches gap between that and the compost bay, so that I can keep cutting roots back as I go, and then obviously the compost base will be here with these pallets that I got from Mal at the vegetable man. I think that's the plan. So the next part of this video will be constructing the compost bay. So I'll see you when I get around to doing that. Hello, so today is day 5 I think of the compost build. Not in consecutive days, but over the last week or so. It's the 5th day of here, and now we have a plot twist. So let me show you the plot twist. So, you'll probably remember this massive pallet structure was here. So with my He-Man strength, I managed to lift it up, put it against the wall, and it's uncovered this area. So you can walk on it. You don't fall into it or anything like that. It's solid ground, but this is, I presume, access to the compost toilet potentially. So this has given us a little bit of a plot twist. I'm not going to build the compost bay on this area, but I think I am going to tackle it so that we can use this area. I'm now thinking, if I can get rid of all these brambles and everything, maybe use this area as a wildlife area, like a pond? Or would it be too close to the compost bay? The bays are going to go here. But yeah, major plot twist. So I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try and get these brambles out, and that's one extra job done. And then if the weather holds out, I will attempt to construct the compost bay, because I brought all the stuff with me, and also this is where it's going to go. I just need to level it a bit more and then we'll be good to go. So this is the before of this, and hopefully you'll notice a difference in the after. The rain is back again. Back again. It's halted play at the allotment. Let's see if it's a passing shower or it's in for the bit. And if it is in for the bit, then that's day finished with. At least I've got the shed to hide in. So, it's dry, the sun is shining, and I just wanted to try and do a non-messy job on the compost build, and that is to actually construct the compost. So we're relatively flat. I just need to flatten it a bit more. I've uncovered this. This is obviously a drain cover or something cover for the compost toilet, which is there. So obviously they need access. So I'm thinking I will give it this line here. It's like the border, and then this will be where the first compost bin will start. Planning to do 2 in this area, so I just need to dig a little bit to level it off. I have forgotten my leveler, so I'll probably have to use my phone to see if I can keep it as level as possible. But I thought, let's do something non-dirty as it's nice and dry and sunny today. So let's crack on with trying to get the compost built. now actually looks like something, doesn't it? I put one of the tops on just maybe to make a lid per se, but it's not as deep, so I'm wondering whether I should cut or try and get the panels out and then fathom my own lid per se, or I could just get a couple of boards for each section maybe. So I think I'll leave the lid for now and kind of work out what we're doing, but it is secured at all ends. So then the next job, which I'm going to have to come back and do because I haven't brought my cutter with me, is to secure a piece of wood into the middle of here, each one, and then put another board in front so that then I can make slats at the front to do it. But what I might do while I'm still here and it's still relatively dry is I might try and cover as much of this with my old compost bags as like a weed membrane type protection. So let me crack on with that and I'll show you what it looks like once we've done that. Just a quick update, I've not got enough compost bin liners to go around it, and then I thought I had enough weed membrane and I don't, so I'm going to bite the bullet and get some Pyrex to go around it. I watched a video from Tony at Simplifying Gardening where he lined his compost base with Pyrex. I think that will be the best bet to keep it sturdy and keep any weeds out of it. So I will head over to Wicks to grab some of that, and then I'll be back to attach the Pyrex. We are getting there, about halfway round, with the Proplex stuff from Wicks to cover it up. I've nailing it down, but it's not securing it as well as I'd like, so I have to think. I've got wood glue as well, but that's not doing the best either, so I'll have to think of other things. But we've kind of gone, if I show you, start at this end, we go round, there's a tiny gap in the middle, so I'll sort that out, and then round up to this end, so we will have some pieces, and then round again, so we will have some pieces left over to tidy it up a little bit. But let me get to doing the inside and then we'll be done. It is nearly protected. There's a couple of gaps, a little gap here, and the tops, but in general when you look at it, this is what we expect it to be. So I just need to trim off a few bits, and then the next job is to get the wood onto here to then make the front of it. So I will get the wood onto it now and see what it looks like. Just call me Mr. DIY. I know this might not sound silly to some people, but to actually get these pieces of wood onto the front of the compost base and to actually build the compost base is a big achievement because I am terrible at DIY. So the next job is to cut up some floorboards and put them in front, and then that will produce a slot to then put the front in. So let's get cracking with that. So there you go. This is now creating I need to obviously trim this off a bit, but it's creating a piece in here now to then put the front slats in. So you just put the slats in up to the top and then you can throw it in. It's so hot. This is taking me about 2.5 hours. Because me and DIY just do not go together, but I think this is fracking amazing, if I do say so. I love the circular saw thing. That's brilliant, easy to cut. So the last major job is to, well, there's a few bits. Cut slats to size so they slot in, but I'm going to bring tape measure and some pencil back so I can do that all in one go, so I need to charge the circular saw again. Then I need to fill in a little bit of the gap at the back here, trim off the excess Proplex, and then start using it. So in regards to using for compost, because I'm right-handed, I'm best to load up this one first, and then I can shovel it into this one, and then obviously then it'll be shoveled into a wheelbarrow and then taken out. I might add another one on, but I think 2 for me for this type of a plot is enough really, because they are quite big. So I'll cover them with cardboard, put the stuff on, and then I've still got some Proplex left over, still got one whole sheet, so I might turn that into a top or a cover for it, but I'll see how it all goes. So this is the final part of this video, and I just want to show you the front of the compost bay. So I've just utilised some old planks of wood, cut them down to size, and then fitted them into place. So there we have it. That is the compost bay, and all I need to do now is just dig this over a little bit to get rid of any excess roots that are coming through. There's a couple of little roots that are coming through. Then I'm going to cover it with cardboard, and then I'll turn that bay into this bay, and this will be the starting bay. And then what I think I'll do is I'll move the Dalek to over here so that we can Dalek over here, and I'll just put all the weeds and stuff in it, so it's like out of one's way So we can have weed one, we have normal garden waste one, and then obviously an empty one to be used. I can't believe I managed to do this all, and I did it all by myself in one go. So when you put your mind to it, you can make anything happen.